The traditional food pyramid is being turned on its head.
Today, the federal government issued new guidelines for diet and nutrition, but not all nutritionists are on board with everything that's being suggested. CBS 8's Richard Allen is here more with the updated recommendations and why they're so important. Richard?
Well, that's right. And these are updated every 5 years, guys. Now, these new dietary guidelines will affect what 45 million kids nationwide are served for their school lunches and will also impact the kinds of foods available through federal nutrition programs for families like SNAP and WIC.
My message is clear: eat real food.
This new food pyramid, an upside-down version of the traditional one, warns against added sugar and processed foods, emphasizing whole foods instead, like fruits and vegetables in their original forms.
These guidelines replace corporate-driven assumptions with common-sense goals and gold standard scientific integrity. These new guidelines will revolutionize our nation's food culture and make America healthy again.
And while whole grains are now at the bottom of the chart, it also includes more proteins such as red meat, full-fat dairy like whole milk, cheese, and butter, and fats including beef tallow.
Protein and healthy fats are essential and were wrongly discouraged in prior dietary guidelines. We are ending the war on saturated fats.
San Diegan and mother Michelle Phillips says some of the new guidance seems counterintuitive.
It goes against what I grew up with. I do try to eat just healthy meats, proteins, that kind of stuff, but a lot of butter and that kind of stuff just seems, different from what I'm used to.
While her grade school daughter Talia says for her, nutrition is a priority.
Normally I have like chicken, or I'll have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, something more on the healthier side.
But will these new guidelines actually help make Americans healthier?
Only if they're followed and people don't eat too many calories.
Nutritionist Marian Nessel says she'd like to see more of an emphasis on plant-based proteins.
If they keep portions small, if they're not eating ultra-processed foods, that should help a lot. But if they're gorging on meat and high-fat dairy products, I think we're back to the 1950s.
The federal government is also recommending that Americans drink less alcohol and consume less sugar and ultra-processed foods, advice that San Diegan Tony Capek already follows.
Yeah, I'll get fast food every once in a while, but I think as long as that's not a main staple in your diet, then that's okay.
And the American Heart Association had mixed reviews on these new guidelines, praising the focus on whole foods and the need to cut down on ultra-processed ones. But it does have concerns over the recommendations that include red meat, saying that plant-based proteins, seafood, and lean meat are better. Also encouraging people to opt for low-fat and fat-free dairy products, not whole milk, for example.
Okay, so Richard, you mentioned that the new guidelines kind of have a change in the alcohol recommendation. What is that all about?
Well, that's right. So 5 years ago, when the recommendations came out, they recommended that men shouldn't consume more than 2 alcoholic drinks per day. For women, that was limited to 1. Under these new guidelines, that does away with the specific limits. They say simply consume less alcohol. The view is that no alcohol is the safest. So
they don't want to put a maximum.
They don't, exactly, right, exactly. They don't want to put a number on it. They want to just encourage everyone to drink less alcohol.
In the meantime, the message about eating less unprocessed food, more natural food, seems to be one everybody agrees with.
Absolutely. We're actually
that part of it.
We're phasing them out here in California in our school lunches over the next 10 years.
All on the same page with that. Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.